Hey guys, FG Schmuck here, and I'm with my good friend Happy,
Hello guys.
and we're bringing you another 2v2 game from TWR's 2v2 tournament that they've been hosting. And in this game, we will actually be playing two members from the TWR clan. They are Trolley Bali and Yogi, and they will be playing as Sparta and Macedon. And for Happy and myself, I decided to go with Iceni, and Happy kind of went for a wild card and decided to go with Royal Scythians. And Happy, can you explain your thought process on picking Royal Scythians?
Well, we kind of had to use one of the nomad factions at this point in the tournament stage. And because uh, Royal Syrians have really good melee cav who also have the Draco ability, I figured out
Hmm.
that it wouldn't be too bad against hoplites with the Draco. Because the other choice I had was Roxolani, which could work as well, and then Masagate, which probably wouldn't because they don't have Draco and they are all about the shock cav.
Right. And so in this tournament, you have to pick from a specific faction list that TWR set up for you, and so that means that eventually you will have to pick and play with the three different Nomad factions. And so we are about halfway, almost halfway through our games for the group stage, and we're getting to the point where we needed to start picking some Nomad factions. Now on the right side, you are going to see we kind of start to figure out what we want to do, and we see there aren't really a lot of pikes on the right side in the forest. So I start to rush up my infantry build, and Happy starts to kind of encircle around, just completely encircle them. And so once I get up to the forest, I'm gonna pause for just a moment, allow my troops to just rest for a second, keep them, fresh, and also it'll allow me to just whip some Pila in, which should help turn some of the initial engagements my way.
And
Um,
I was also trying to well, my plan was to use my shock cav against his throw spears. I was gonna take the advantage of their very light weight, which is only medium, and they should suffer very heavy shock cav charges. So I tried to cycle the charges, but end up losing quite a lot of men, which will happen soon.
yeah, and in this battle, guys, you're going to basically see the right flank, and in this forest, that's pretty much where the whole battle is going to go down. We kind of decided on a tactic where I took Levi Freeman and just cheap, like 340 denarii swordband, and I kind of left them in the middle just to somewhat pin the pikes in place, so they couldn't just freely rotate without having to worry about losses. And with the rest of my troops, I kind of shifted them and quickly tried to get them in on this right flank. And we chose this right flank obviously because I said before, not really pikes there, and also because the force will provide us with some cover because they definitely outskirmished us in this battle. They, between the two of them, had, I believe, 9 or maybe even 10 slingers. And, for Happy and myself, I only brought 2 Bretonnian slingers, and Happy just had his 4 um, Scythian mounted skirmishers.
Which are not bad considering their range of 150, but still they would obviously lose against sheer mass of Macedonian and Spartans slingers.
Right. And so this fight on the right side, it's kind of just a cluster of, just smashing swords into hoplites and trying to avoid pikes, and whipping Pila, and it was really just about using the greater amount of troops that I had stacked on this right side, trying to get flanks, trying to get rear charges in, and also using Happy's all of his Lancer cav to just kind of pin him in place and, you know, hit his moving units whenever he decided to try to rotate to intercept a flank or rear charge I was trying to deliver.
Yeah, I was trying to on our right side. I was trying to hit all the Spartan hoplites that were engaged with Schmack's swords and hit them from the back, but Macedon made a wall of his troops and prevented me from doing so for quite a while, so that was a good move on their part. But eventually we were able to break through, deliver the charges we needed, and then move on.
And yeah, and what I really liked about this game was it took pure teamwork. You should have heard us, you know, barking at each other on mic chat, trying to make sure everything was set up properly for this battle. You know, when you're coordinating one complete aspect of the army, like I was with swords and, you know, just infantry, and Happy completely coordinating the other aspect of the army in cavalry, it takes a lot of teamwork. And I was, you know, it is pretty hard to do. So I was very happy with our team play in this game.
Yes, it's very satisfying when it works out though. So.
Yeah. And you know, playing these guys right before the game started, you know, they told us, oh, we'd only have time for just this game. So, you know, our mindset immediately changed. We were just like, you know, oh, come on, we got to win this game. You know, it's the only game we're going to get to play against them today, and we don't want to be sitting there for the next...
Exactly, if he had lost this game, the mindset for the next day when we would play, or the next couple of days when we would play the rest of the games, would be like already our morale would be brought down, which is probably not something you're looking forward to when playing tournaments.
Exactly, and as you can see, Happy's doing a great job now. He's forcing Macedon to bring troops into the back, try to protect these skirmishers, and it's forcing Macedon to just stay kind of in place. He can't really come assist on this right flank, which desperately needs help, and because of that, I mean, we're now starting to wrap up the forest engagements. All 4 of my units are now free in the far edge of the forest, and they're now able to come in and assist the rest of my units. And at the same time, Happy's just finishing off the rest of the cav of Sparta, just harassing everywhere with the cav, getting in charges into moving units, and just causing real mayhem.
I think I've lost more men from trying to disengage from like bad engagements than like losing men from like just fighting. But it was necessary to pull out of certain engagements, because even though you lose like 15 men, sometimes even more than that, disengaging, it's better off doing that and then picking a fight which you can win, rather than losing your entire unit.
Agreed. And I also believe that, I mean, it was very, it was not the best decision, I guess, on their part, at least in my opinion, to go with such, you know, cheap pikes if they were going to play this kind of defensive skirmish-heavy build. I think they would have benefited from the stronger pikes. They really do. If you're going to play a defensive game, you know, at least you know, I think their 600 denarii pikemen will last, you know, a lot of times down to, you know, 20 men left, and I think they really needed that kind of backbone for this skirmish heavy army that they brought.
Yep, I agree with that. But probably personally I would go for more spears when facing
Oh yeah,
a nomadic faction. Because pikes,
yeah, without a
yeah,
doubt. I mean, if
pikes are
yeah,
awesome if you have the time to maneuver, but if you're against nomads, such a mobile faction, you probably don't have that time. So, and spears you can always put them where you want, and they won't suffer from this.
no, I agree. I agree 100% with you. I mean, in their position, I definitely think if I knew I was playing against nomads, I would have definitely stacked on the hoplites. But um, I think I don't know, I was trying to look at it from their mindset, and I think they were set on bringing pikes. So from their perspective, I think they might have wanted to bring some stronger pikes, perhaps. But yeah, no, I agree. If I were in their position, I would definitely have brought a lot more hoplites to deal with all of the cav that they knew was going to be coming.
But nevertheless, they gave us quite a lot of trouble to win.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, this was a really close game, basically until at this point now that we're at. Once the heroes of Sparta go down on the edge of the forest near the back, that's kind of when it was over for them. But I mean, really, until that point, it was a 50-50 game the entire time. And for most of the game, honestly, the balance bar was in their favor, which I mean, it doesn't account for everything, but I mean, it might have made a difference.
Gotcha! Riders advance! Potholes, logo!
But now we're just wrapping up. Happy's getting some
All right!
last minute rear charges and assisting me with the last couple of units, and this one's pretty much over. Definitely a good game to Trolley Bali and Yogi. We do have to play 2 more games against them in the group stage, and we're going to be doing that quite soon. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. They were a good team, and I can't wait to see what they pull out next. What do you think, Happy?
I think the next two games are gonna be a challenge, and we probably are gonna make another video from at least one of those next two games.
Yes. So, battle's over, and we'll just check over some of the stats. Probably as expected when you're looking at Happy's army. Some of those steppy noble lancers and also Royal Horse racked up some pretty good kills.
And if we look at Sparta and we have a look at Royal Spartans and Heroes of Sparta, these two units done amazing job.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, they are very, very powerful infantry units, even if they're going up against, swords or whatever it might be. I mean, you're almost always going to get a pretty good performance out of them for what you're paying, and it's usually almost always worth it to bring at least a unit or two of them in a Spartan army.
Same goes for shield bearers of Yogi,
Oh yeah,
200 kills, and they were at like
yeah,
50% health, if you know what I mean.
yeah, no, for sure. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and Happy, anything else you want to say?
Um, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Shit,
What did you just do?
I didn't press record button. I just pressed it now when I tried to turn it off.
No. Really?
Now I'm just fucking idiot.